But
Right.
I think as soon as you get along with it, then you will get familiar with it.
Yeah, just about doing it over and over again.
Yeah. I also have some same problem when I started with constraint.
Yes. That's good then, Imran. Right, okay, I think we need to make a start without Boards because I don't know what Boards is doing. Maybe he's oh, he's back online. He'll come on anyway. Um so Imran's gonna show us all how to do, I hope,
Okay, guys,
like
can you hear
basic
me?
CSS. Are you
Yeah,
good to go now, Imran? Are you ready to take over from me?
Yes, I'm absolutely
Go on then,
ready.
Imran. Go on then.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes, loud and clear.
Okay,
Yes.
so I told you guys we're going to be learning CSS today, but here I wrote some HTML from before. So,
Boards here.
hey boards, so we're about to starting now. Hello, hello, hello. So I wrote some HTML for our CSS here. We're going to be making this visual here, as you guys can see. The HTML code looks like this right now, and we're going to be style it so it should be look like this at the end. And I'm also going to be learn something else today, that is like how to style a heading or a paragraph or a link or list or button with custom code when we're doing changes with Eliminator. Sometime we need that, and these are some cool stuff. Elementor Pro uh, feature comes in. This is this on Lottie. I just found out today. These files are actually making from the JSON file.
Me or
We have to upload. We can find out lots of JSON there. Okay, so let's start something on code here. So before starting with CSS, I presume you guys all know about HTML a bit, because it's impossible to understand if you don't know anything about HTML first. Uh, I just put some code and div here so that I can trigger it with CSS. So as you can
Imran,
see, yes,
I know loads about HTML. Huh?
I I did made a video for it. Maybe that didn't go published. Actually, we do not code HTML much. We learning CSS will be helpful because we do work most of the HTML work with Eliminator. That's why I'm just showing here how the Eliminator
I
code
can't
shows.
hear Imran. Why?
What?
Who's that?
I think
He
that was
said,
boards.
yeah,
Holy
he
shit!
said,
I cannot hear anyone. Hold on.
Yeah, suppose we want to style this heading, okay, but we already made it with Eliminator, don't we? Here, and when we made it with Eliminator, the HTML codes are already here, so we just have to style it. That's why I'm just starting with the CSS. So what I did here, um, I did put the frame here as a header. I can see these are my header. From there to there code is the HTML header. This is my main body. This is the main body, and this is my footer coding. Okay, I'll start writing some CSS. So I'll be declaring the font first. What will be my font family?
Imran, I think you need to let Boards back into the Zoom call.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Check
right.
check the participants and then let him back in. He's
Let me in.
Don't let him in.
there. Can you hear, Boards? Can you hear?
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes. I was like, holy shit, I didn't hear anyone.
We can hear you, you crazy guy.
Right. Go on, Imran. Sorry.
Okay, let's see here how the font family changes the front end here. See, it's the default font, nothing is changed. So when I use a font family universally, I had to write it like it. Font family Crimson Text. Crimson Text actually a Google font. I did pulled with a link here. This is the Crimson Text font family, Google font. Okay, and there is some margin we can see actually in the body. Here is the margin. So we have to say that we don't need any margin. So we'll write that margin is 0. Now we will use a different font family for H1, H2 and H3. And UL, LI. My font family will be dancing script. It do little bit dance like it, so it just dancing script. It's nice.
So do you have to? Have you had to load that font in as well in the HTML? Yeah.
Yes, I did load the font in here.
Right. Okay.
I
Okay.
see the how you call the font. Call the font. I'll show you. Google font. If you need any font, just go in there. Choose any font. Select this font style. Oh, 1 second. Then you have to embed it, and here you got the code. Just pick it up and put it in your file, and you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is our font doing here? Font change the heading here and the menu. Well, style next. Let's give it some universal style for P as well. P is getting some margin here, I see. This margin, we don't need this extra margins actually. We are going to style. I'll assign a default font size 24 pixel. Padding 0 pix, 30 pix. Here I'll like this. Okay, the margin is goes 0 now. If I debug it, I can see there is no margin. There is some padding from left. Font size is 24 pixels. I can change font size from here to see the changes in the front end. So it goes easier when you debugging like this and put the code inside your main file. It goes easier. Now you can change more here, like font family. You can make the text to uppercase, or capitalize, lowercase, anything you want. Or you can change the font style here. Italic, bold, normal, everything is doable.
So what does inherit mean? Just that, is it like the style above, or is it a separate style?
No, it just font style each inherit. It's just a normal, close to the normal actually.
Right. Okay.
Doesn't
Cool.
change anything. Okay, you can write more text here like text decoration, text decoration, underline. It give us the underline. You can set the text alignment here, left, center, right, like that. The WebKit write is about to uh, depend on the browser actually. Some browser does not uh, call the did not understand the text align right, so we have to write the WebKit text align right to fix for it. WebKit right, it's basically for Mozilla I think, so both do the same thing. Sure. Okay, now we're
Why
going
is
to
all-
style our header. Okay, I'll show something about the padding. When the padding is in the one line like this 30 pixel, then it is all around you. Okay, like it is a box, and I'll show you here. This padding is all around the paragraph. Now if we write 10 pixel 30 pixel, then the 10 pixel is top and bottom and 30 pixel is left and right, like this. If we write 10 pixel 0 pixel, then first one is top and right and bottom has 0.
Okay. So it always goes top, bottom, left, right. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Top left.
Top
Yes,
right,
it's
top
ball.
right,
Yeah.
bottom left.
Okay. Top, right, bottom, left. So it just goes clockwise, doesn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay, here comes the classes. I just made a class here, div class header. This is my full section. You can see how I covered this section. All my logo and the menu and the social section inside the header. Here I got 3 sections: header, main and footer. So I'll give some style for the header. First I'll tell him your margin is 0 if you have one. Just miss the R, and font size 24 pixels for safety reason, and some padding, overflow, hidden, box sizing,
He's massively busy.
order box, and I'll give some padding here like this. Numbers. Okay, see how it changes here. It just come inside a box. The box sizing border box is just pulled like this. Box sizing border box define the width and height. If you do not give it, it's the default when we're writing in Illuminator, it's already given, so we do not see. It's important. Okay, whatever. Let's go to the next. Let's see, main. The overflow hidden. This CSS is controlling the float situations, like we wrote float left, float right. If we do not keep the overflow, then it will not be in line. It just to block the sections.
He's not alright.
Okay, now we'll divide it like logo, float section, float left. It goes left. We can give it some width here, which I give among the column actually, like this, and just clear its path now. Now we'll comes to the nav section.
I know, but like he's just done it. That's what I heard of his speech. That's why I came back out.
Okay, anybody got any question so that I can answer?
All good up to now.
I'm good. I'm good.
Why is it 10%? The logo with is 10%. Yeah,
I can't
like
hear you properly.
the size,
Sorry.
the logo with. So basically, it's 10%. So that's the exact width of the logo for the exact
Yeah, we can just test
overall.
here that if we can increase it, like, but we don't need more than 10%. We can decrease it like this.
Oh, it's just
It
the
will overlap. Cool.
spacing.
So we just told everyone what is this void. Now we'll say nav ul li and social. Can anyone tell me that what it means actually?
Yeah,
That I wrote the
please.
ul inside the nav, then the li. Why I wrote it like this?
So that they all have the same styling.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm just styling the li here, which is lying inside the ul. So li have inside the ul and ul have inside the nav. This is a class.
Right.
So I'm calling
Yeah.
it like this. And the comma here just telling here that nav ul li and social ul li has the same style. Where you are right here. Okay, my style will be display inline block. I have to block the section so it shows inline. I'm just missing my social section where it is gone. Okay, I'll check it right. Social inside the ul. Social ul. It's not showing right now. Just tell him to come float right.
Alright.
Here it comes. Okay. Now I want to style the A inside the ULLI. This A I want to style. So I have to write like name ULLI A and
The link.
I'll giving this style like color text decoration here. I just wrote here color text decoration none, does mean it has no underline type things. Let's see, if I give the text decoration none, these things goes out. Then I give some padding there and font size 30 pixels. Display block transitional means when I hover over the text, it will give my hover effect under 0.5 second. The hover
Ah.
effect will show us like that. If we say the hover effect color change, refresh it. See the hover showing a little bit later actually. We can see it when we put it out. Control Z. Oh, sorry. When I put it out and try again now, it's just showing me instantly.
Ah, okay. So basically,
If I keep it here, it will be smooth transition. Okay, now about the social section. I'll just copy and explain what I did here. So I did call the social class social, and inside it has the ul, inside that has the li, and inside that has the a. How it will show? It will show me like this. So are we going to close to the picture? It's almost okay. We'll see. We given in 100%, left 70, 10, 20. And just give a hover color and a color here like that. So it just means when I hover over the LIA, its color changes to white and background changes to orange like that. I just wonder why it's not going to the right. Or just 70%. I just missed a comma there. See, that's why it is here. It should be semicolon like this.
Yeah.
It's going to the right now. Okay, our header task is done. Now our logo height is too much. I think we need to reduce it. Height can be written in so many ways, like this direct height. I can write it like max height. I'll show the live changes here. Max height 20 pics, 30 pics. So it is the maxed. I can set it like minimum height 20 pixel, 20 pixel. So at least my minimum height is this. When I'm increasing it, it's going over the 60. It is going up. So it can be done as the maximum height 20 pics. So it's coming to bottom, coming smaller. So same as the maximum width or maximum width, minimum width work. That's easy. Now we are coming the banner section. Logo, emails, main section. Main. Okay. So what we have to do here, we have to give a background in the main section. My background color is background color code. What is it? Oh, I can just pull it from here. Just pull it from here. Just give me a background color like this, so you can easily debug and change your background color to anything. Okay, I'll give it some padding and margin so that it's from in line like that. Now we have to separate the section, the text section in the left and the image section on the right. For doing that, I did already separated here with my block the banner text section and the banner image section. So I'll tell him the banner text section has 50% on the left and the banner image section has 50% on the right. So I'll just simply call the class here banner text 50% on the left, and I gave it some padding also, and the what is the other section, banner image section. Banner image section has 50% on the right. You must be noticed that I wrote the banner text section float left and banner image section float left as well. It doesn't matter actually, all are coming from the left. You can write it float right as well, it doesn't mean anything, it will be in the same section, no issue. Now we'll be starting to design this text a bit so that it looks better. Banner text inside the ASON. Let's just increase the font size so it comes like that. I'll increase the paragraph size. Our paragraph size is already given. I'll just add some padding so it looks better. It's already looking better. Now the button, actually this is a button. I just made it to show like this, and this is our current button. We'll style it. I just called the class name here. See, you can see this is my class name button, and I am styling inside the class button. What I did display inline block. The text decoration it's showing, it will be not showing here. It will add a background transparent, and its color will be black. Padding will be top and bottom and left and right. Font family will change. Font width will increase. Font size will increase, and it will add a border inside it like this. And text decoration, text transform will be uppercase. Border radius will show like this. Okay, see the changes, and it will add some box shadow, and transition will be smooth. Here is my style. So I can style differently here if I want, like I can change the background like that, and the color can be white like that. It's easy to do. Now we comes to the footer section. Footer area, I'll tell him that it has no margin. Here is my footer area. It has two sections, left section and right section. This is my left section and this is my right section. So left section has a image, a heading, a paragraph, and a button. Okay. So I'll define the width here at the beginning, lot left and width, and I'll give it some padding. Left and right has the same background. It has some margin from top and bottom, and it is box sizing, so all our margin and padding should be inside of it like that.
Mm.
Okay. This style sometimes matters when your HTML writing. If you do not block it correctly, that I did divided the left section and right section. If you do not do it correctly, the style will not work properly. So all you have to
Um,
do the proper section here, that left section, and also call it properly, that it's triggering the left section class and the right section class has the same width, same float left, same padding, same background. Okay, now I'll see left section has some margin from right, so that it will be different from this section. We'll got some space from here. If I give it here some margin, we got some margin from here, and we'll give some margin from right side as well. So that it comes in line with the design. And now you can see the images is too big. I have to tell him the footer images should not be more than 100 pixel. So my footer area, footer images, footer area inside the footer, all images should not be more than 100 pixel, like that. So I think we are all done here. What I did it for the H2 and
Imran,
H3. I see.
Imran, I don't know why everyone's looking so confused because I have nailed this.
Yeah, it should be a little bit confusing. No problem. Okay. This is the basic things how we started doing the coding, how we started HTML, CSS. This is how you have to write to practice CSS. And if I will give you some live example, you will understand how it will work inside the coding. So like you have to style this heading. Okay, how you will do that? Currently we are using this plugin for so many days, and I like this one. Basically it is not the premium version. I have the premium version. If anyone going to use it, just keep it from me, take it from me, because the premium version gives us the style to apply in different pages. If we apply the style in different pages, our speed will increase. That's why. So I'll write some CSS here. So I'll be writing CSS for the heading, or site CSS. How will I call it? Main things here is the triggering. How will we trigger it? Like
Element
it is a
that
ace one.
are
Okay, it is a ace one.
yeah,
So we can trigger it like calling this
that
elementor
element
heading, or we can just I can like change the color to anything 000, or change the font to it to 400, anything. So we can just keep it here and put it there, but it's not the right thing to do, you know.
So would in so do you know how we've got dot element or widget heading? Would it not be easier to just change that to H1, and that would change it throughout the full site?
Yes, it will change the full site. That's why
Yeah,
we will not do that. What
yeah.
we will do, we'll go back, cut it out, go back with our Elementor here, and we'll assign a class here. What is our class
send a
name?
class. Yeah,
Anything,
this one.
heading. It is our class name. So what we have inside the heading, we will change inside the heading it is a h1 tag we created here. I'll see, here is the h1 tag, so it is a h1 tag inside the heading. What we want to do with it? Tell me what you want to do with it. Like, we can make it invisible if we want. Display none, save it, and we'll refresh it.
Bye-bye.
It is gone. So how should we put it back? Like, here is our style showing. We will display block it, then it will show it back. We'll give it some style like text transform uppercase color black. Well, this style is overriding this one. In this case we will use the important tag like this. Replace the code and you got it. So basically you have to remind these properties: display block, text transform uppercase, color. This you have to remember this sometime. Now, like, we want to edit some content before this heading and we have no HTML here. How we do that? Like, it's called the pseudo element. The pseudo element want to add before the heading, so before, and what will be my content? My content will be inside a quater team markup, like that. What it will do? It will add the team markup. Okay, it's not really cool, but it is something. Now if you want to change its color, like red, it will be red. These sort of things we do when we are not editing with Elementor, like this. You can also write see the light changes. It's for the h1 tag and the heading tag both. Letter spacing, like we can increase the letter spacing 30 pixels, so it does increase letter spacing. Okay, we can do the odd spacing as well, 30 pixels. Here is the odd spacing showing. Okay, we can do the line height here so that its top and bottom height increase 30 pixels, or you can use EM so that changes are infinity. But always use the pixel here. Okay, we can do one more thing here, that like heading has the h1 and first letter color will be teal, something like that. So it will change the first letter color. Like that. We can change the first letter font size as well. So when we're editing with Illuminator, this sort of thing is not doable, but we can do it with the code. You can see that. But where is the first? It's not showing. Is it? It's not showing in here. So just increase here fast letter, font size, like 100 pixel. And our fast letter font size will increase like that. Okay, you can change the paragraph here same as well. So all you have to do, assign a class here, any class name, my paragraph, then you can write the same CSS. Anybody want to write anything, any style here? Tell me any style.
Color.
Okay, color will be black. And anything, like I want to make all this text uppercase, so what I have to write then?
Decoration. Text decoration.
No, text
Text
decoration is
decoration.
for underline.
Text transform.
Yes, text
Transform. Sorry. Text transform.
text transform will be
Capitalize. Oh, capitalize.
uppercase.
Uppercase. Okay.
Okay, there is a cool stuff. Text indent. What text indent does, like minus 100 pixel. Text indent pull the text actually.
Okay.
It did not change. Why? Okay, I have to say that my class has a paragraph. I didn't say that it is a paragraph. That's why it didn't change. Wait a second.
You get P.
This is a paragraph.
My para. Yeah. My para then P.
Sorry, didn't understand.
My para and then P.
Yes, right.
Yeah. P. Ching ching ching.
Alright,
Happy.
box.
Now it will change.
Jeez.
No, why it didn't work? Because we didn't updated it.
Schoolboy error that, Imran.
It's better that I'm making mistake. Okay,
It is, you're right.
you are learning. Okay, what's the text indent doing? It's moving it like that. Okay, text indent can be plus or minus, so it goes left and right. Okay, so if we want to style the button as same, like sometime if we were writing a paragraph like that and our link inside the paragraph, when we're making any post, Marco was doing other day post here, so that all text color is black and this link color changed because it got some default style here. It changes. So how we are going to change it? It's getting some default style here. See, we can change it like giving some universal style that this is my home page class. All website home page has a default class called home. All single template has a default class. Like the other day Marco made a single template. I'll show. Here, all post type has a single class, different class. All has the different class. We just have to notice that here is see, here is class single case study. So if we make another template like call a tutorial, then it will call the single tutorial. Then we will write it like that, my home or my single case study. I'm just showing here on my single tutorial, like that. Inside that has a color will be black.
All links from the home will be
So
black.
all you have to do, you have to find the class name here and tell him that inside that a has a and color is black. Here it goes black.
All links from the home page will be black because it was connected.
Yes, all links will go to black. See,
Yeah, all links.
now if we
Well,
want to
Okay.
specific this, then we can do one more thing, like I want to do only this text link black. In that case we have to go to advanced, say it's my para. Okay, so home has the my para class and it has a
A.
which will be black.
Yeah, A. Ah, okay.
See, it goes black now and it comes white, like that. Okay, so button style I already showed here how you will make the button style. You will just see, I will pull those styles in here. All you have to do is tell him that his class name is button. It has some default style. Okay, I'll tell him my button. Copy the class name, put it in here, and copy the style we made it here, button, put it here. Maybe it will not work. I have to target it more frequently, like let's see what it does. Oh, it did work, but the color didn't change. See, so what I have to do, I have to trigger it and say that my button has a text.
A class, yeah, A class. I don't know, A tag.
A tag, yeah, right. A tag. My button has a tag, which will style like that. And it will get
10.4.
some style. See, that's nice on that. So same as the list, we did style with our.
UL.
If we want to change our style like that, we'll use that, but most of the time it does get some extra padding from left. Oh, it's the padding 0 now. But if we want to give some padding, like here, my list, I want to give it some padding from left for all of my list. I have to assign the class name my list, and it has a UL which has the padding 30 pixels from left, padding left 30 pixels. We got some padding here. That's how it works. No padding, why? I did save it. Okay, my list has a P, my list has a UL. Okay, it's overriding by the default style. So I can use important as well, or I can assign the style into the footer, so all style got some priority. Is it still overriding? Yes. So no way using without using the important tag. So it will force it. Where is my update button? Here. To go to the right, from left to right. See, it comes to the right. I got some padding here. Here is my code. So this goes the custom CSS, and there is something we got sometime, the pre-made CSS, pre-made called classes. How we change the style here? Like, we got the JSON file, and this is a ELOT animation. Like, we want to hide this or want to give some padding here. How we will do? We just take the class name,
ELT.
wrote it here, class name, and give it some padding like 40 pics or 100 pics. So if I will tell you guys anytime that wrote this CSS to any site, just make a add CSS code here and put it there. Okay, if it does not work, then you can assign it to footer. If it still doesn't work, then ask me, or we can set the priority here, which is in the pro version. What it did, the padding. Okay, it did increase the all padding here because this class exists in all animations. We can tell him that the animation will increase only the first of type. So only the first class will get the padding. The first of type can be written as the last of type, and also can be written as the nth of child. Like, I have 1, 2 and 3. If I have to target the 2, then I have to call it like the second child, nth of child 2. I'll show you 1 second, just let me refresh it. Is it still getting to all? Okay, it's kind of complex thing to do, like here. Okay, it's not getting right now, whatever, just left it.
I think the spelling is wrong on the CSS.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It's in an
Paste
R.
is it's paste, yeah. Paste.
Yeah, face.
Paste of type.
And of type, but it does work sometime.
The other one is face.
And the one,
Uh,
it's paste of type. The one with the padding.
Font size,
Below the animation with padding.
font,
Hmm?
50 picture, nth of type 2.
Look at the one above it, though, Imran. The one against the lottie
What?
animation. Fist.
Yeah, not animation, it's paste of type.
There you go.
Yeah, I see. If fire is the first of type. I think you still not get it. of type. Okay, it's getting all fast of type. So this is a fast of type, this is a fast of type, all are fast of type, no problem. So we tried to make this font size bigger, but it didn't work. Why? Because it is overriding some style. Important. Okay, yeah. I did use the clone here. The nth of type. The nth of type 2 goes bigger. Now if I want to trigger the 1, then I'll write the fast of type or the nth of type 1. I can write nth of
Yeah.
type 1. Or I can also write that fast of type 1. Fast of type 1, just only the fast of type. Let's make it 200 pixels. See, it goes bigger. Now you can see I did trigger the same line with two code, nth of type and fast of type. I'll show you here. This one is the fast of type, another one is the nth of type. Both styles are working here, but the fast of type is getting the style because it's written under this code. So which code comes in the footer or later, that code works. If we give it in the bottom, the fast of type will work. The nth of type 50 pixel will work, so it will reduce to 50 pixel. See, now if you want this one to work with a important tag, which is also possible. Now this one will work because it is important. Okay, so that's all I have planned for today, showing you guys. Now you can ask me question if you guys have one. It's getting some Elementor style. So in this case we can wrote these are important, so all Elementor style will be overriding. We can say this the important, so all Elementor style will be common. Goes, why not? Okay, it's adding extra classes here, that's why. The background, span background. Okay, then I'll say it has a span. see, it's funny sometimes you have to practice it where it is going. Now this style is applied inside this pen, only this now I can, if I want to hide this background, it's getting some default style. See, it's the global CSS given by Elementor. It's showing here. If I want to override it, I can write it like transparent. I have to just copy it and paste it here, so it does not disturb us. Background color can be written as same as background and background color both, no issue. See, that's gone. So all is about debugging and triggering the classes correctly. You guys want to experiment anything? Or any questions?
I'm all good.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
Yes, me.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's it for today.
Okay, how did that go then, Imran? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Good, good, good.
I think you've done a really good job.
Yeah, so do I. It's hard. It's hard to do
Yeah.
when you've never done it before. It's difficult, but you did a good job, Imran.
Didn't know about the end of and the other function that introduced, because it's that one, the end of type and the first of something. I'm not familiar with it.
I have
Yeah.
one
First time.
Imran. What's the difference between inline and inline block? Because sometimes I have some problems inlining LIs. So what's the difference between inline and inline block?
Okay, let's try here. This is the first one. You understand, display inline. This is the display online, and this is the background. So you understand better. Okay, it's not working. Display inline basically will give you the full line access, but if you block it, display inline block, see it's showing now. Display inline block, then it will give you the specific amount to wait. Okay, it's not working right. Set wait. Let me set a perfect example. Okay, I have to put a class one. My button has a display inline block is
Ah.
giving you the less width, see, and the display block taking you the full width. It's just the thing that which section and how many amount you want to block. You want to block the whole width, or just you want to block the text section or your
Um,
specific section. That is the difference.
Yeah.
block you mean occupy. You mean by block is
Yeah,
occupy.
right.
Yeah.
How many section you want to occupy it?
Okay. Oh,
And when you add like percentage of the block, you
In
should
that case, you have
by the
to
block.
define the width here. How many width you want to block, like this.
Okay.
Like
I see.
I want to occupy it full of 60%. So it's full of 60%.
I see.
Now, if you want to occupy it only a specific section inside that,
Ganun.
you can just doing like that.
Nag-usap pa sa tatay.
So the display inline block basically used for the menus here. These are the inline block. This is not the full block, and the heading could be the full line block. It's block the full white here, no problem. But if we here, if we just apply a block here, inline block, if I use a
Yes.
block, say it does take the full white. If we use the inline block, it will be inline and blocked. That's how it works.
Okay.
Nice explanation in man. Uh, I also have a question about the inherit because I see it all the time.
Okay, just look for it. What is display inherit?
I mean not display inherit. I mean when it's a general, like when you add like CSS and then font, you can also add inherit, right?
Yeah, right.
So that so so that does it mean that class will inherit a style from her parent class?
Yes, that is possible.
Uh, so if you put their font inherit like that, is it so it will inherit the font of the parent class? Is that how it works?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
See, it will get the style from the parent class. It's just normal
Okay.
things, no problem.
I see.
Alan, you think different way, or I'm right? What the display inherit does? Alan, hello, Alan.
Yeah, yes, I know.
You got any comment about the display inherit?
Yes. You can also add it.
How did it work? Display inherit.
So it will follow the parent class. How is it displayed?
Uh, if we anytime have to use a Arabic site or make Arabic site, we can make the direction like it, like direction left to right or direction right to left. We have a direction CSS for it. Flex direction left to right is not understandable in here quickly. Okay, it's getting the full section, that's why. Okay, it's not blocking. Whatever. that's it for today. If you guys have
Yeah,
any
right.
other question, just ask me. Direction is not
Yeah.
working right now. I have to figure that out.
Are we good then?
Yes, Dave. I'm good.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh,
Hey,
the difference between overflow and hidden.
Sorry.
What was that?
What?
The overflow and hidden. I really don't understand the particular part on the CSS overflow and the hidden attributes.
I do not understand a word from him. What is saying?
No,
hey,
Efren,
board.
on the Elementor, right, on Enter, on that particular section, there is a word there, overflow and hidden options. And again, I didn't understand on that one. Let me see
Okay,
again.
overflow hidden thing. Acha, okay. So like overflow hidden is important.
Word of that. Amazing. Bob, you're gonna have to get a bigger camera to fit your hair in, you know.
Overflow hidden is like will work. Like if we want to block this section, sometime mobile, when you're browsing from mobile, website goes out like that. So we have to like scroll like this. But if you overflow hidden, if you wrote that, then this screen will block you like that. You will not see the overflow section.
Ah,
It will block the section for
okay.
you in your screen.
So mostly it is for the scrolling part of for the mobile view.
Yeah, kind of. Also, it does fix the float left and right section. It blocked the left and right floating section. I can also teach you something like positioning. Position is relative, means it's normal. I can keep it here always. It's the normal things. Okay, I can change it to position. Absolute position
Absolutely.
means, sorry,
Will go.
absolute position means it will always be here. It is absolute in here. Fixed position kind of, but not fixed. And I can say him position fixed. So it is fixed from top. Position fixed. Messed up. Position fixed. Position fixed in the screen.
So that's how it works when the header is always on the center. Like it
In the
will
top,
follow
yeah.
you. Yeah.
I can say
It,
that
it
it's 10 pixels from top. So it is always 10 pixels from top. I
yeah,
can
it
say
will
like
always
it's
follow you.
10 pixels from bottom. Didn't go. TTOM bottom from, and it is extra bottom. It goes to the bottom like that is sticky.
Yeah, sticky, like a sticky header.
Yeah. All sticky header use the position fix things. Okay. This is the basic
Good.
phrases you just need to know for now.
Good.
Okay, any questions, guys?
Not from me.
I'm good.
Okay.
All good.
I'm all good too.
Then you are the coding expert now.
Yep.
Don't ask
Yeah.
me any question. Just do your coding. No problem.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Lisa's
whatever
Lisa's over your job starting on Monday, Imran.
the thing is, whatever I will teach you guys, you are watching now, but you will forget. All you have to do when things comes in your hand, like you want to change a link or color, you have to do it your own. You have to test it once, twice. You have to ask me how I am doing it. You have to practice in your own. Then you will understand, or you can do it your own self actually, yourselves.
Yes, yes, yes.
You have to practice it. Probably you did forget all of my coding. You practice it, you will understand. Okay,
Okay.
so here is our
Okay.
tutorial.
I learned how to take
Thank you, Imran. Thank
Who's
you for
doing
the
next
awesome
week?
tutorial.
Who's doing next week's education? Is it Mark? Are you doing next week's, Mark? Yeah.
Yeah, Mark is
Yeah,
doing
it's
next
Joe.
week.
Mark.
He is not talking.
Mark's not. What about Leo? Leo, are you up for next week's? Just laughs
Those person that who doesn't talk a lot, I think they should be the one who will be assigned next week.
Dear, that's cruel.
Yeah, Josh and Mark, SEO experts, the pro, the masters.
You could do one on SEO next week, Josh, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can learn some
Right,
SEO.
speak next week, Josh, but yeah,
I'll do it.
good man.
I don't have to work on Google Ads, everything. I want to know.
Know what Board said then, but okay.